All right, today we're working on another Jaguar where we're going to rebuild the ignition. This one's going to be a 2002, what's the paperwork? X-Type, like an X-ray. So 2002 Jaguar X-Type. Basically, the locks has worn out parts in it. That's why it's probably not turning. That's as far as it turns, which is not turning nothing. See the back half not even moving. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it apart, rebuild it, put new parts in it. And that's it. It should be good. There's no programming needed because the keys already have the chips in them. They program. Key's worn, but it's not in terrible shape. It could be used. That's about it. I'll come back in a little bit. All right, this puppy is done. This is always the time that I like. I like when the jobs are complete, everything goes smoothly. I've been doing this since the early 90s. I still get excited when I finish a project. But anyway, what I did on this, I had to take it apart, rebuild it. Here's some of the parts. So I put new parts in it. That's trash anyway. I put new parts in it. Here you go. This is what everybody wants to see. So basically these locks will wear down over the years. So this should last a few years easy, depending on if the key is being abused, if the person's heavy-handed, if the person just slamming the key into the ignition and turning it on real fast. That ain't gonna last that long because that's kind of like abuse a little bit. But if you're just using the key regular, it'll last a few years. That's about it. So you'll notice if you start having problems with your ignition, you sticking the key in there, you gotta wiggle it, jiggle it, pull it back and forth to make it turn. It's time to get it rebuilt. And that's the case, just give me a call. Now, those of you that's having trouble finding somebody in your area, a couple reasons. You might have a locksmith that's new to the trade, so he ain't never seen these locks, or he wasn't around when these cars was around and got introduced to these keys. Two, he may not get a lot of those type of calls, whoever's in your area, so they're not going to invest the thousands, to get the equipment, to cut the keys, to program it, to service the locks. I was around when these when these cars came out, so I still have all the equipment, and I'm also trained in the old school way of actually taking locks apart and repairing them. A lot of the newer guys, that's not what they do. They just basically they do what the dealers do, just change locks. They don't fix much. They just order a new part, put it in there, life goes on. But if you need your locks rebuilt, give me a call. The benefits of the locks being rebuilt, guess what? You still stay on the same key. When you start changing ignitions, sometimes you end up with different keys. You're going to end up with more than one key for the car. And I know some of y'all don't want to carry two keys, one for the door and then one for the ignition. And that's about it. You can go to the website, www.acmlocksmithgroup.com. Thank you for watching.